This entire world will not end!
Will end.
Back in 2017, when Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm Revolution was released, it quickly became a controversial title among Naruto game fans. While it had the potential to be a standout, it was quickly regarded as one of the worst entries in the series compared to its predecessors, particularly the Storm games. So, what went wrong with this game? Why is it considered inferior? Let's dive into it and find out. Graphics. When Ninja Storm Revolution was first released, the visuals felt like a step back compared to the Storm series. Storm games, especially the first few entries, pushed the boundaries of what we expected from Naruto games, offering vibrant and fluid animations that captured the anime's essence perfectly. In contrast, Ultimate Ninja Storm Revolution had clunky visuals and animation. The character models were underwhelming and didn't feel as polished or dynamic as they should have been. Even today, the game looks quite dated, and it's hard to ignore how much better other Naruto titles had evolved over the years. The Storm games gave fans a visual experience that felt cinematic, while Revolution was just lacking.
No, it's not over yet.
Gone.
Almighty push!
Gameplay was where Ultimate Ninja Storm Revolution failed to meet expectations. Compared to the fast-paced, fluid combat of the Storm games, Revolution felt slow and clunky. The character movement was stiff, and the battle mechanics lacked the depth that players had come to expect. It didn't help that the roster, while varied, felt incomplete, especially when compared to the expansive rosters seen in the Storm titles. The combat felt more like a drag, rather than a fun, immersive experience. The feeling of battling as your favourite Naruto characters wasn't nearly as satisfying as it had been in Storm 2 or Storm 3. And don't even get me started on the camera issues, something that never seemed to improve during gameplay. It was frustrating, to say the least.
Here I come! Ha!
When it comes to game modes, Ultimate Ninja Storm Revolution was lacking in depth compared to the Storm games. While the Storm series had an expansive story mode with great attention to detail and replayability, Revolution felt much more like a shallow arcade fighter with little to offer. The missions were repetitive, and there was a clear lack of meaningful content outside the standard fighting modes. Sure, you could play through a few story arcs, but it didn't have that wow factor that made Storm feel so memorable. It didn't hold players' attention for long, which was one of the biggest criticisms it received. Fans wanted a game that felt like an extension of the anime, not just a quick cash grab.
You have lost, Kakuzuno.
What this power of yours? What is it?
I am the god who will save this world. Now come, and I will provide for you a place where you can spend all your eternity.
If this group you speak of has others like you, then it's certain to give me a greater opportunity to earn higher bounties. The Akatsuki. It seems to me as if the smell of money is strong here.
Story and characters. Unlike the Storm games, which took their time to explore and expand on the Naruto storyline, Revolution didn't give us that same level of immersion. The plot felt rushed and underdeveloped, and some of the character dynamics were off. The Storm games gave us the epic, well-rounded narratives we craved, while Revolution struggled to give its characters the justice they deserved. It felt more like a side project than a main series installment, which honestly, it was. So should you play Naruto Shippuden? If you're a Naruto fan who's looking for a solid, memorable game, I'd recommend passing on this one and sticking with the Storm series. Ultimate Ninja Storm Revolution doesn't hold up well by today's standards, and it's hard to look past its shortcomings, especially when there are far superior Naruto games out there. It might be fun for a quick nostalgia trip, but it doesn't offer the same level of enjoyment or replayability that fans have come to expect from the franchise. Overall, Ultimate Ninja Storm Revolution, often regarded as the black sheep of the Naruto game series, and it's easy to see why. It's not a game that stands the test of time like the Storm games have. Let me know in the comments if you ever played it, and what your thoughts were on the game. Did you think it lived up to the hype, or did you feel let down? And if you're curious about the Naruto Storm games and whether they're worth revisiting, click the card on screen to check out my video on that. You definitely don't want to miss it. Thank you, as always, for watching, and have a great rest of your day.